What's going on, fellas? Jimothy Spyder, as always, joined by my partner, LeRoy Cannonball. We got a good matchup here today, big guy.
That's right, partner. It's Kansas versus the capital Scarlet Bears, coached by Comrade Lizard. And for some reason, production does not have the Kansas coach. We apologize. That's not on us.
Another video and another thing ruined by production. We'll move forward as best we can here, folks, as the Scarlet Bears will take the ball first. And gonna run like a triple option here. Lot of maneuvering for not many yards.
Yeah, and that young man who heads the offense for this Bears squad is number 17, Bryce Baker. We're gonna see if he has anything cooked up for us today, Spyder. Ball over the middle, and gonna face a very manageable 3rd and 5.
Baker looking, seam shot, interception, big guy.
And it's just like the Natty. We're starting the game off with a turnover, and Gaffney, for a second looked like he housed that.
Another production snafu. We don't have a first name, but that's number 10, Gaffney, not to be confused with that sexy little redhead firecracker from Scooby-Doo, Daphne.
The mascot's loving it, and boy, I got a lot of stories about mascots, but maybe save that for a later day. We're down here on the 8, Spyder.
Handoff out of shotgun to Sama the third. Boy, I sure hope his first name is not O.
Now playing from the 6, another ball for Osama. He's going to get about half of it.
Sorsby scanning his options. Trying to take off here, nothing doing. Gonna have to settle for 3. I'm sure you gotta come away a little bit unhappy not getting 6 there, Cannonball.
Now ball back to Capital and Coach Comrade Lizard, by the way. A great username. And a great read here, finding the open man for an easy first down.
Hey, you don't think about lizards when you talk about the Soviet Union. I would think more of snakes, because I'm a patriot, Cannonball. We're gonna get our first look at Carson Hansen breaking a tackle, getting stopped at the line of scrimmage. Carson Hansen, was he one of those kids from the Mboop song? What was that song?
It definitely wasn't Mboop or whatever you said is Mbop. Please don't bring that up again. And look at this, the little outlet pass here. Smooth little catching animation. I don't even know how the receiver saw the ball.
Baker finding a man in the seam, and it's not finished. A drop here from the tight end, Jake Johnson.
Decent read, but you gotta finish the play. Now some motion here. Out to Hansen from the backfield. Keeping you healthy here on first down.
Now into enemy territory, coming out of shotgun. Baker, ball across the middle, diving attempt, but another drop.
Yeah, it's not surprising, actually, Spyder, to see all these drops. Everybody's gone soft nowadays. I remember when I was at JUCO, I had a coach who, anytime our receivers would drop the ball, he'd start loading nails up into that jugs machine, Spyder. And let me tell you, we didn't necessarily win many games because a lot of our receivers had hand injuries, but that's neither here nor there.
The drops continue. I mean, these are contested catches. Can't be super mad at it. 3rd and 10, and a big sack. The young man, Marcus Deal.
Yeah, in the pregame, he was telling us that he wanted to change his middle name to I'm Kind of a Big. So his name would read Marcus, I'm Kind of a Big Deal. But his mother, unfortunately, is a Jehovah's Witness, so he can't change his name.
I don't think that has anything to do with being a Jehovah's Witness. I know they're not allowed to eat wonton soup, which is a tragedy in itself.
Kansas back in possession of the football. And their quarterback number 2, Brendan Sorsby. Sorsby gonna fake to the running back, and now a sack out of Capital. Ken Whittington, white chocolate. That's a big boy. And that's a big hit that he just put on the poor man.
And I do love that last name, Cannonball. Reminds me of sorbet. You know, that's a great dish in itself. It's dairy-free, it's fat-free.
Don't plug your fruity little ice cream during this match of men battling.
Oh, see, so you do know about it. It is fruit-based. A lot of time from fruit puree.
That's not how I meant it, and I know that you know that.
2:45 left at the snap, trying to get a screen going. Is this a safety? They're gonna say it's on the 1, maybe the half-yard line here, Cannonball.
Yeah, it's a little bit too close for comfort. If you're a Kansas fan, I guess they still have a little bit of space to operate here, but it's gonna be tough.
Call mama at home. These men are hard at work. But there is a safety hazard here on 3rd and 21.
Not many options to go to here, and that's probably the best thing you could do. Just try to get a little bit of room for your punter. And that is pretty coincidental that you mentioned the phrase hard at work, because that's one of the reasons I worked for this channel. I was caught hard at work at my last gig.
That's just disgusting. That's not a bad punt out of Kansas, and a great defensive stop here. Push him back, 2nd and long.
Baker looking to get a rhythm going, and just another drop. I mean, they're getting hit, but you got to come down with some of these balls.
Pause.
3rd and 11 as this first quarter winding down, getting it out to the halfback. Not going to do it. It's going to be a quick 3 and out.
Short punt, but going to get a favorable bounce, a very favorable bounce. This is going to be out at the 5.
Yeah, Kansas backed up again. Gonna give it to the man, Osama. Finally busts through here. Haven't seen many big plays early from either squad.
Play action, Osama. As Sorsby rolling out left, trying to lob this ball. There's a flag on the play, but there's also a pick. A lot of going on there, all kinds of hubbubbery. It's going to be against Kansas, a legal man downfield, so the pick stands.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, he's trying to get it over the head of the defender. There's 3 Scarlet Bears in the area. That's just a tough throw to make while standing still. So imagine trying to make that throw on the run.
And not to mention all the post-throw shenanigery going on down there. A lot of bouncing, a lot of bumbling around.
Spyder, these aren't real words that you're using. What are you saying? Hubbubbery, shenanigery. Another first down stop out of this Kansas defense. They can be swarming.
Nice ball over the middle, going to get it all back. And that is the young man, Nathan Leapeka. Can't say his actual name. It's actually pretty vile. Don't want to get flagged on this channel.
It's going to end the first quarter and give me just enough time to bring up that Nathan Leapeka and that tight end, Jake Johnson. They affectionately refer to themselves as the Schlong Bros. I do think it's funny that we got 2 players on the squad with their surnames as euphemisms for a dong.
Well, let's be honest, they didn't hang much dong in that first quarter. But they are driving here. Start of the second. Baker got a lot of open space on the left here, and that's Leapeka again. Gonna put him down inside the 5. Backside motion, give it to the big boy. That's Jake Johnson. They are going heavy on this Schlong Bros scheme. Now a keeper, and the hole is plugged up quickly. Thought he had something juicy there. But this Bear defense is suffocating. I'm talking like that white, hot, sticky jungle air. Just engulfs your body. I mean, engulfs your whole spirit. Doesn't let up. You know, I took a trip to Thailand one time.
You took a trip to Thailand? No, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense, Spyder. Trying to get back here into the game. Big 3rd down early. What is the call here? It's just tough. I mean, the lanes are so small. The windows of opportunity are just minuscule when you get down here on the 2. See what coach dials up.
Baker taking a snap. It is going to be a pass to the right side, and another drop. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Baker laid it out a little bit to the outside there, but I mean, as a receiver, you gotta make that catch. So many miscues early. They have to settle for a field goal and just tie up the game.
By the way, I'll have you know, I had a great time in Thailand, but the women absolutely go crazy for me. I couldn't even walk down the street as he barely gets this ball off. Made something out of what looked like nothing. 2nd and 3, but I couldn't even walk down the street without them harassing me. This is a pick!
He's trying to throw that backside curl, Spyder, and he threw it way late. Man almost takes it all the way for 6. That's Malcolm Ziegler. Funny thing about him is he talks in the third person like Ricky Henderson.
Oh yeah, production was showing us a tweet he made pre-game earlier. Just simply said, Ziegler keeps his finger on the trigger, which is kind of a stretch, but I'm not going to judge what someone posts to the social media algorithms.
Baker and the Bears got the ball back in the red zone. Can you make them pay? A lot of time, and actually not so much time. A swarm sack there at the end, pushing you back, making your job harder. Another snap from shotgun and more pressure, and another sack. How do you get pushed back this far, Spyder?
A 17-yard sack at a Dakius Don't Call Me Christie Brinkley. And back-to-back sacks. You start with the ball on the 15, and now it's third down. You got on the 41. You might not even get 3 out of this drive.
An absolute meltdown of protection, of knowing where your hot guy is. And you got a big upfield battle. I mean, you got to play for 3 here.
Now he's going for a deep ball to Johnson. And he gets the first cannonball.
Jake Johnson. He says, Coach, how much we need? 36? Let me give you 37. Huge swing of momentum. Can somebody finally finish a drive here? Hand off to Hansen. It's just not going to work. They can't seem to get that running game going.
Second down, Baker. More pressure and another sack. This one from Danny Lundberg.
Okay. Say hello to Lundberg for me.
3 sacks in 5 plays. It's completely inexcusable. Feel like there's been 100 yards gained on this drive and just not much to show for it. But they do have the lead, Spyder.
Sorsby taking back over after that horrible pick. Getting the ball out to Shelton Sampson Jr.
Yeah, Shelton Sampson Jr. is so electric, so invigorating to this offense. But my favorite junior of all time, gotta go with Carl. Don't bother me. I'm eating.
Also love in Idiocracy how they lampoon Carl Jr. F*** you, I'm eating. Hey, they might do well to just take that over in real life. 2nd and 3. 3 minutes left in this first half.
Sorsby going to hand it off to Osama. Not much of a hole there. And not much of a running game from either team early. We saw Osama bust 1. They're going to get this first down on the QB keeper. But other than that one run, I mean, no one's really been able to run the football.
Sorsby from the gun. A lot of time busting right here. Can this ball get there? That's a tough throw on the run while getting hit. But he did have a man open.
2nd and 10 from the gun. Just a 3-man rush from the Bears. And a moon ball all the way down the field. Right into Jalen Thompson's hands. He might have a return here, partner.
Gets tackled right about at the 40. Second pick of the day. Let's go back and look at what he saw here. Again, getting hit as he throws. I mean, he slung this thing. There's no doubt he's got the arm strength, but a little bit too much pepper on that ball. Just sails it, and it's an easy pick.
Back at it, and another drop. I mean, it's just, how many can we do again? Baker's not out there throwing the best balls, and here's a seam ball, actually. Right as I say that, a laser beam connects for a big play. And more pressure in his face. Gets it off barely.
That's Marcus Deal again. I mean, he's going to disrupt. We're going to say that name a lot today, I predict. Throwing the drag a little bit late. Quick 3rd and 10.
Looking for Hansen on this table route. Great open field tackle, but they're going to keep them out there, Spyder.
Oh yeah, 4th and 4. Get your brass nuts out. By far the biggest play of the game so far. Let's see what happens. We're going to go with a pass here from Baker. Wide open man downfield.
Culliver somehow creates so much separation. Easy pitch and catch.
Hansen in motion, pre-snap here. Baker going to dump it over the middle. It's going to keep the clock running. No, we are going to get a timeout.
Now a timeout out of Kansas, and that mascot, he's going crazy down here. He's doing jumping jacks, he's doing cartwheels. You know, back at that JUCO I mentioned earlier, we used to put our used jock straps into the mascot's uni, and we just let it fester. I'm not going to lie, there was a couple practices I was all leaky from the backside, and so he got to enjoy that little gift that I left him in there.
That's wonderful. Happy to hear that. I think probably could be considered some type of assault at this point in this day and age, and it should be. But more pressing matters here as it's 2nd and 4. Hand off to Hansen, and it looked like there was a hole. It's closed up. Takes 3 men to bring him down. Clock running, and what is the move here?
Gonna go pass here. Coming out to the left side and throwing. He's got a man, and he missed him, Spyder.
This is a throw. I know these kids are raw. I know they're just young men. But, I mean, you got to make this. I know you're rolling to your weak side here. But just pitch this over. I mean, this is just a lollipop of a throw. Many mental and fundamental mistakes from these Scarlet Bears.
Kansas with the ball, probably just going to run it out. At half, the Sorbet man, Brendan Sorsby, he has not had a good half. 4 for 8, just 26 yards and 2 picks.
Not the performance you want from your guy under center, but guess what? He's got a man with a step! Cannonball, they're gonna score right before half!
It's that boy, Shelton Sampson Jr. Look at this. How do you give this up defensively before the half? How are we not playing prevent? I mean, look at this. He's got a step. He's got maybe 2. Defender diving in vain at the end of the play. And just like that, Kansas is going to take a lead going into halftime.
Defensive battle. Just 10-9 here in that opening half. Kansas with that score and with the ball now. And the ball out to Osama. Finally some space for the young man, breaking a tackle. He had that one big play in the first half. Well, guess what? A second tower has fallen here to start the third quarter.
I don't know if that's in bad taste, but I mean, it's not our fault. The guy's name is basically Osama. Get him another ball here on a stretch. Coach diving early and a nice little spin move. I mean, not a ton, but you always love seeing the stick work.
Look at this, we get to check it out again. The guy just runs past him. I mean, there was no effort. Sometimes you see a guy diving at a spinning player. He just ran. I don't think he was going to tackle him no matter what. Another attempt for Sorsby. He throws a pick while getting hit. Cannonball.
It's Gregory Smith III. What a better time. No better time than getting a pick here in the third quarter. And not only that, a pick 6. Swing that momentum right back to Capital. Do a dance on him, boy.
And like we said, he's trying to go deep here, Cannonball. He just gets hit right as he throws, and unfortunately, the ball comes out. That's Teddy Grams for the defense. Sometimes it could be a little bit too easy, and for some reason, we're going for 2, which I understand, and they're gonna get. Great second effort out of Carson Hansen. But what I was gonna say is Gio Lopez is now taking snaps for Capital. I don't know if it's a split time type situation, or I don't know why they sat down Bryce Baker, but I do know the crowd is going cuckoo nah bananas with cheers for this Capital squad and the way they've really fought back and won back that momentum.
A lot of game left. Down 7, though. Got to get something going here. And there he is, the man, Osama, the bearded legend. Wonder if he has a beard. We got to check in on that post game. And this is another ball way downfield. Does he have the space? It looked like he almost did.
Now Sorsby, another drop, another deep ball. This one is a nice comeback route out of Sampson Jr. He's having a really good game, 3 for 135. He's got the only tug for this Kansas squad.
Looking screen, little bit of a hezzy. Finally gets the ball out there, and that's a nice first down. We're cooking here. What Kansas needed, and look at this ball. He's got the step, and he places it perfect. You can't drop that one, and luckily they don't. As again, we've seen a lot of drops here in this game, mostly from the Bears side. By the way, that's Bryson Hayes with the big game-tying score.
So we get to see our first real drive, as I mentioned earlier, from Gio Lopez, who's put in at halftime, the lefty, and just another drop. I mean, I don't know how many times we could say this.
Bop, bop, Spyder! Get that stupid song stuck in my head.
Again, the lefty Lopez. There's a flag. Be holding on Kansas, so automatic first. Maybe we should call him Left Eye Lopez. A little TLC reference. We want to get into music. Look at this ball and another drop! I can't get over it. I'm banging my notebook in my hand because it's just nobody is helping either quarterback for the Bears today.
Yeah, you mentioned TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. How about you just don't go dropping the ball every single time you have an opportunity? Now 3rd down, looking for a deep shot. This almost picked, somehow was not. Quick punt, and it all comes back to that drop, Spyder.
Anthony Ivy back there for the return. Cut this left, looking to try to get around. He does get the angle on a spin move. Brought down. Worked hard for that return.
Going empty here, Spyder. Little ball across the middle. Again, getting out of pocket, flushed out. No options running the right side of the field. Just got to throw this one away.
So 3rd and 7. Looking right side, 1-on-1. Not going to do it. 3 and out for Kansas, and this is not going to be a good punt, I don't believe. Thought the meter was red. Maybe I'm just seeing things. It actually is a great return, and wow!
Yeah, been a minute since we've seen a hit that big, Spyder. You can ring my bell. And he certainly did on this one. Look at this. Oh, my God. That's CTE, Spyder, and I love it. It's why we play the game.
Ball in the backfield. Gang tackle here, and I agree with you, Cannonball. I mean, if you're not melting your brain and causing yourself a ton of pain and misery in the future, are you really even playing football? Left Eye Lopez on 3rd down. Great ball. Another drop. This is hard to watch, folks.
Nobody's out there giving the Bears any help when it comes to receiving, and 10 minutes left in the game after another punt, and this is a bad ball from Sorsby.
2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Quick hitter to the tight end. Make it a little bit easier here. Coming out of the backfield is Osama, and they tackle him. Little doble tackle. Back-to-back 3 and outs for both squads. And this punt, another favorable bounce. Seen a lot of good bounces on the punts today, Cannonball.
Motion out of the backfield, a fake, and just great open field tackling from this Kansas squad. I'm with you. This defense is like a blanket. That hot jungle air blanket you brought up earlier.
2nd and 14. Lefty Lopez taking a sack, not even from the blind side. I mean, he sees them coming, but he just refuses to get rid of the football.
Lumberg strikes again.
Say hello to Lumber for me.
He said, yeah, if you could go ahead and just take that sack from me, that'd be great.
3rd and a mile, just trying to run this, get a little bit of room. Broken tackle for Hansen. We're going to start this 4th quarter with a punt. Both running backs, Cannonball, if you combine their stats together, 12 rushes for 41 yards. Just not much on the ground here today.
It's tough, and that's why you see kind of a lower scoring game than we're used to from this league. A lot of stuff is built off the run, and if you can't run the football, it can get pretty tough. Also, as we're seeing, if you can't catch the football, it can be pretty difficult as well. Poison Ivy, his 2nd return. This one's going to be even juicier, Spyder, to the left side. Anthony Poison Ivy.
36 yards, and in a game like this, special teams really can become the swaying factor. Osama back there. Nice cut up. Beautiful cutback.
Yeah, that was shades of Matt Barber, if we can bring back a throwback reference. The young Matt Barberino on the Jets a few years ago. He used to make that exact same cut.
Set up here at the 2. Ball back to Abu Sama, stuffed. The Bears with that finger wag. It's not going to be that easy. And actually it is. The RPO is so dangerous, so deadly down here at Cannonball.
Yeah, and get a load of this name, Spyder. I was hoping, when I was going over my pregame warm-ups, I was hoping he'd get the ball. This kid's name is Nitro Tuggle. Look at that. We'll even put it on the screen because it just sounds unbelievable.
And that must be a nightmare, interacting with literally anyone when they ask you your name. What? Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say your name was? Nitro? Oh, Nitro Tuggle. Yes. Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know that ID's got to be worn out from pulling it out all the time to prove his existence. I mean, I guess we all know his existence. But look at this. We got that mascot out there. He's doing push-ups on a surfboard being lifted up. And, I mean, he's got to be at least a little bit beefed up under that suit, Spyder. That's not an easy thing to do. Push-ups in the air on a surfboard. Kansas is fired up, and Lopez, this ball out to one of his biggest playmakers today, Jay Johnson.
You just wonder who's going to step up. Johnson's had a good game. Both Schlong bros have played well, and Lopez is going to get free here. He said, maybe I might have to do this myself. Quick ball to the 90s sensation, Carson Mbop Hansen.
Oh, great. Just when I get the song out of my head, you plant the nugget back in, keeping this ball over the middle. Finally getting some sure hands out here. I mean, that's all you need. How do you play in the fourth quarter? Maybe you got to get a little bit of glue on those gloves, a little bit of stick on. Who cares? I'm out here trying to win. Ball to the right side. Yicked.
A fantastic leaping interception, and if he can get a block, if he beats... That's a touchdown-saving tackle from Carson Hansen there. That's probably 6. And the young man who picked it, Damani Maxson. Big play out here in the fourth quarter. Let's see it again. Look at this. Yoink!
Yeah, that's, you brought up Nabisco product earlier. I think that's Teddy Grahams, Oreos, just cookies in general, Auntie Anne's. A lot of cookies being given out today here, Spyder.
5 left and trying to go for the kill shot early. Seam ball broken up. Kansas in the driver's seat. We got a great replay of this again. See this break up. Yeah, that's a hard hit at the end.
Crowd here kind of stunned the way the events have transpired. And look, it's back, right back to him. Easy come, easy go. Alton Ward getting the ball back for his squad, and again, it's a pick, but it's off of that pressure, getting hit while he throws. He's going for a deep ball and just can't get enough juice under it when you got a 290-pound man manhandling you.
And bad things come in for us. And that's Brendan Sorsby's 4th interception of the day.
I've literally never heard that phrase before, Spyder, but that's fine. I'm fine with it. Not much on first down here. Clock tick, 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 and you're down 7. I mean, you want to score quick, but you don't want to make a mistake either. Some weird motion. Really weird-looking motion there. That we might need to get that boy some Gatorade. A drop again, Spyder. Good God.
Yeah, we got the man's legs failing on him. That's Jake Johnson doing just the weirdest motion I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if he's cramped up, get him a banana. And then, of course, another drop. It's just, I don't know if they're going to be able to overcome this, Cannonball.
3rd and 7, Lefty Lopez. He's got that cold icon underneath him. He doesn't care. Said, I'll throw it 1 yard. Let the receiver do all the work. Thank God there's actually a reception on that play. Lopez again trying to deal middle of the field. Goes for the possession catch. I wonder if that's a score, if he racks that. Or if that's even... Is that even a feature anymore? Who knows? Timeout from Kansas.
So after everything, after all of the adversity you're facing, the drops, the picks, the Kansas mascot just doing numbers on... I mean, where is their mascot? I haven't seen them all game. Despite all that, you're down here with a chance to tie the game late here in the fourth quarter. Handoff, and nobody's going to touch him. Get him in. He's worked hard all game. Not much on the stat sheet, but it is good to see Carson Hansen get in the end zone here near the close of the game.
Just a grinder. Again, both running backs reminding me, giving me nostalgic flashes of that special man. Matt Barber, rest in peace, of course. We heard about his traumatic brain injury from playing Russian roulette.
And the saddest thing about that story, as we get a drop back from Sorsby, and this might be a deep play, broken up at the last second. Looked juicy. Get back to that story in a second as they're driving here. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, these have been the numbers for both quarterbacks, and I got to think the Bears, Left Eye Lopez and even Bryce Baker, who we don't have the numbers for right now, their numbers would have been a lot better had their receivers even caught half of the balls they dropped.
3rd and 4, Kansas trying to maintain their hold on this game. Missed them! Had the open man, a quick 3 and out. It's like we said earlier, these boys are raw, these boys are young. They're not the most accurate, especially on the run. Picks us up, he didn't step out. Gets some yards back after a goofy punt.
Lopez taking over, 3 minutes left, got a chance to somehow still win this game. Keeping the ball short, keeping the ball midi. They've had a lot of success with that.
A lot of time back there, clean pocket. And this is a very tough grab. Comes down with it. Just about 2 minutes left.
Lopez, left side of the field. Oh, how was this not a pick, Spyder? A dropped pick from Kansas. Second life for lefty Lopez. Quick ball. Get that first down, Hansen. Showing how tough of a runner he is. A stiff arm. He breaks 2 tackles. Gets brought down again. So happy we got him in the end zone this game. He's the hardest working player on the team. Lopez now looking right. This ball broken up.
And just quickly, again, for that Matt Barber story, he apparently the news reports say he thought he was playing American roulette. He didn't know. Now, I don't know what American roulette is, but I don't think it involves a gun. And that might be a callback to that CTE, Cannonball, because he took a lot of tough hits, too.
Yeah, rest in peace forevermore, Matt Barber, but we're out here. We're watching a good game, Spyder. I don't know, we're bringing up a dead guy. Pick! Another one for Kansas. He read it all the way.
Des Ricks is the man. The mascot's loving it. The few Kansas fans in the crowd are loving it. Check back in on it. Yeah, he's just reading those eyes. Fantastic play out of the superstar. You see the star under his name, Cannonball. That's Des Ricks and Morty. Bodacious and much needed.
Kansas handoff to Abu Sama the third, and he's got space again, Spyder. Spinning in air, but that doesn't take away from that electrifying first down run.
Only a minute left. It really comes down to clock management here. Capital has all 3 timeouts. Kansas just 2. Looking to throw, and a great one here on the run. Right on the money. That sets him up at the 33. I mean, this is right at the edge of that field goal range. Back to Osama. You gotta pump him, who actually ended up having a really good game. 10 for 68. I mean, in limited touches, he's done well.
Capital now only 2 timeouts. Another pass out of Kansas. He's looking for that man. Lock your doors if you got a Star of David on, because the SS is back. Shelton Sampson Jr. Give me a shot of that Kansas mascot again. I can't get enough of him.
Look at this play. I mean, it's covered as well as you can cover it. He's blanketed. And this man, number 86, Shelton Sampson, his second tug of the day, in the biggest of moments, just pulling that ball down, sheer force of will.
Production wants me to apologize for my SS joke. That's not going to happen. That's one of my best calls of all time as Lopez. I mean, you got 2 timeouts here. Can you get it? I'm just not sure. And if this quarterback situation, if it is a split time type thing, I think you got your answer. Look at the numbers. Gio, Left Eye Lopez, 11 for 22, Bucko 3, 2 picks. He just, I feel like all the air got taken out of this offense once they took Bryce Baker out of the game.
We'll have to talk to Coach after, and I do wonder about that situation. They still are rolling with Lopez, and a sack up the middle.
Fourth quarter, when the other team's trying to come back, I mean, those are the best times. When you can just pin your ears back, you're going to inflate those sack numbers. And the job's getting tougher out here for the Capital Bears. Lopez got some space in front of him, but he knows it's not enough. He's got to throw it. And that's a good ball. Saying Nathan Leopecker's name one more time late here. 7 catches, 95 yards. He's had a hell of a game too. No tugs. But he's been one of their only reliable options.
Hansen moving in motion. Looking for it here, and this is complete somehow.
Oh, I would have never thought that's a completion. If we freeze frame that, that's looking like a user pick. Now they're going hurry up. Test their luck. Press their luck, I should say. A lot of movement out there, and he's throwing. He's the little jump stop, jump, hop step off the back foot. It's tough to be accurate like that. What a play. We'll go back and look at this. Wow. I mean, that's one of the toughest catches of the day. They somehow haul it in.
Jake Johnson. Who else would it be? 11 seconds left. Lopez going short. I kind of like it. You might be able to fit in 2 plays here. You still have a timeout.
Yeah, they definitely have the space to hit a seam shot or something here. Does Lopez have the arm? Let's see it.
Not much pressure. Going deep. 4 Kansas defenders down there. It's going to come down to this final play, Cannonball.
This is it. Capital came in unranked. Kansas ranked 21. See if they can stay that way. Lopez hit as he throws, and again, another cookie for the defense just to end the game. You got to throw it up. I totally understand, but this was a good one, Spyder.
A lot of fun as always. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Good night.